Hi, and welcome back to Wisdom from the Angels. Hi, my name is Carolyn, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome, welcome, welcome. And go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it so you'll get email notifications of new videos when they're uploaded. And if you're returning, welcome back. I so appreciate you coming back and spending time with me. I hope everyone in your life is doing well and that you're healthy and you're happy. And excuse me for just a second while I turn off my phone, which I thought I had done. Okay, so, all right, no more interruptions. All right, so how are you? How are you doing with this new moon energy? The new moon in Aries, all about us taking action. However, with Aries being very rebellious and independent and taking action and making quick decisions, maybe step back for a moment, take a deep breath, and evaluate how to move forward and in an empowered way. Okay? All right, so let's go on and get on with this reading for today. Okay? Let's clear the air. Okay? All right, so let's bring it over here. All right, so yeah, I'm hearing that this is going to be an amazing week. Ha. So someone is going to have an amazing week this week. I hope it's for all of us. But we'll see, won't we? Please tell me in the comments. You know, I love to get the comments, and I do respond to the ones that come across. YouTube sometimes doesn't send them all, but I do respond to the ones that I do receive. And I thank you so much for interacting, and I hope that we'll start to build more of a rapport on this channel so that I can continue to do videos for you, because it gives me a sense of connection. You know, I'm really, when I'm doing these, I'm working with spirit, I'm working with the angels, and in my heart, I know what my intention is to bring you uplifting and inspiring messages. So, yeah, I don't talk about twin flames and all of that. I believe love is love. And so that's probably for another channel to handle. But anyway, let's get into our reading for today, okay? We're going to be, before we call in the angels, we're going to be using the Angel Answers deck, my favorite. And we're going to be using, I can't find the boxes. Here we go. New deck, Magical Times. And the other deck is Gabby Bernstein, Super Attractor. Okay, so we're going to see with this new moon energy, because new moons are all about new beginnings and attracting new things and bringing in new things into our lives. So let's see, what are we going to manifest? Okay, so that's why I thought it might be good to do a manifestation reading today. All right, okay, that's what I was called to do by Spirit. Okay, so let me here's a crystal. I'm going to heart link to the angels. And for those of you who are new, a heart link is joining the middle finger and the thumb together. It's sort of a mudra. If you've done any kind of yoga, you know about mudras. And if it starts in a vibration that goes down your arm, up through your heart, and up into the angelic realm, and it connects you directly. So you can use this at any time, even if you're not sure what you want to say to the angels. And on this channel, when we don't know which angel to call, we go, angels, get the flock in here. And you can do that. You can heart link and say, angels, get the flock in here. This is what I desire support or guidance or inspiration on. And then talk to them. Talk to them just like you talk to your best friend. They've heard your potty mouth. They've heard you when you've been angry. They've heard you when you've been happy. But just speak to them. Speak to them like you're your friends. They are waiting to hear from them. They can't hear from you often enough. I promise you're not going to upset them. They've heard it all. They've seen it all. And they were watching even when you didn't think anyone was. Okay? All right. So I'm holding a piece of rose quartz in one hand, and I'm going to heart link in the other. I'm going to bring in the angels. I'm inviting them in. So this is an angelic invitation, and you can use it too if it works for you. Okay? All right. Angels, come in, surround, guide, protect, and inspire. Bring in what is for the highest good and highest healing of all. I'm also inviting in the archangels. I'm inviting in the energy of the fairies. I'm bringing in the energy of the ascended masters. I'm bringing in the energy of our own guardian angels and spiritual teams. I'm bringing in the energy of our ancestors, and I'm bringing in the energy of benevolent beings from all space, time, and galaxies. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so we begin, okay? Alrighty. Whew. Alright, so, let's see. Let's see what we're going to find out that we are going to be bringing in the Super Attractor deck. Okay, what are we attracting this week? Okay, I did do a pretty basic shuffle, but now they've been shuffled several times. So let's go ahead and see. What is it? What is the message? 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 Bring in a message, bring in the 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 message. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's also get some information from the Magical Times deck, okay? I just like the word magic. I mean, I saw this. I was like, yes, come have it. I don't know if you're like that, but that's quirky me. Alrighty, let's see. What is the message? What is the message? What is the message? What is the message? Okay, so we have another one that came out. Okay. This would take the bottom and the top. Okay. Alright, so we've got several messages that came out of the Magical Times deck. Spirit said, take them all. Okay. And then we're going to get an angel answers and see what is this reading all about. What is it that we are in need of knowing right now? What are we in need of knowing? 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 So take out 3. Oh, the bottom 2. Okay. Yes, Spirit. Thank you. Alrighty, so interesting. Alright, so we have the messages with angel wings. I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me. Often we want an answer and we want it now. We grew up, many of us have become very accustomed to the Burger King commercial of you can have it your way. Well, the universe says trust, and the universe says you can have it your way in divine timing. And we have to be patient. And sometimes patience is needed in order for things to unfold in a better way for us. So that's one message, and to slow down, that is what we can do right now. Because this is a time of reflection. It is a time of stepping back. It is a time of setting our intentions. And you could do that by making a ritual out of it. You know, brew a cup of your favorite tea. Sit down, write it out. What is it that you are intending? And you can write it out as if it has already happened. And you could make a sentence of an example would be, thank you, universe. Thank you for all of my amazing blessings. I am so grateful and thankful for each and every one of them. And that covers a broad spectrum. But it is also showing gratitude, and gratitude is one of those higher vibrational emotions that we have. And when we can get to a place of high vibration, we can move up out of, remember we talked about, there are 2 guiding forces in the universe, fear and love. Which one do you want to fall on? Do you want to fall on reacting or responding? And if you are really pushing to get to a high vibe situation, which is from the Map of Consciousness, which you can get off my website, www.carolynjwoodson.com. You'll see that gratitude is one of the highest vibrations that we can operate from. And if we're talking about raising our vibration and raising the vibration of the planet, the benefit is that you have improved health, less stress. You are able to make great decisions without second guessing yourself. And when you're in a high vibration, no matter what is going on around you, you still have calm and peace within. Whatever chaos is going on, you have calm and peace within. And it is interesting to see how some people, especially over this last year, have handled some of the things that have gone on in the world and in their own worlds and within themselves. And so we've been given an opportunity here now to really go within, take a moment, and start to listen. What is being shown to me? Don't argue with it. Just listen. Look at it. You don't have to agree, but don't ignore it, because it's important for you to really get clear about what's going on. You still may not agree once you hear it. You may be like, I don't want to hear that. But understand this. When something is shown to you and you ignore it, the message will come back clearer. And it will come back even clearer the next time. So be very, very cognizant of how you respond. Are you responding from fear, or are you responding from love? Okay? Get real clear about that. The first message that comes out from magical times is, because we do live in magical times, we have the ability right now to speak. If you're coming from a high vibe from a high vibe level of functioning, you have the ability to create your world and your life just by speaking it into existence. But if there's any blockages, any resistance, any internal arguing, any internal stuff going on, that's going to block it. And one of the ways that you can really work on it is through prayer or meditation. You can also work on it by getting clear about who you are and your values. You can also get clear about where do you think you are in your life. How do you think you're showing up? If you want more assistance with that, go to my website. I have 3 freebies there. One is called the Joy Wheel, and it shows you how are things showing up in 12 areas of your life. You can also go over there and get a whole conversation about the map of consciousness and what it's about, and work on raising your vibration. And you can do that through coaching. You can do that through getting energy sessions. You can do that in a number of ways. Angel card reading. You can also go over there, and there's another one about values. And what are your values? So when we get clear about that, and we get clear about acknowledging that, the next step is awareness. And that's this first card that comes out of this new deck. Pay attention to the subtleties. Look with new eyes. There are signs and omens everywhere. And there are. Pay attention. See what's going on around you. Start paying attention to what's showing up. Are the same animals showing up? Are the same birds showing up? Are the same thoughts showing up? Now, if it's animals, birds, then start to look at, go online and search what that animal is and their spirit. And you'll learn more about it, because the Native Americans or the indigenous tribes, they paid attention to what the animals did. And they paid attention to nature. They paid attention that if all the birds are leaving an area, maybe there's something to be concerned about. If all the birds are flocking to an area, maybe there's something to be concerned about. If the same bird keeps showing up over and over again, look up what kind of bird it is, and then go look up what is that animal spirit. Okay? So here on the Central Coast of California, we have different birds than we had on the East Coast, and one of them is the plover, Plover. And this particular bird, wherever I sit on the beach, comes and sits very close to me. Never bothers me, even when I'm eating. Other birds will fly close and maybe swoop down. I'm like, you're not getting this, so go away. But this bird will just sit there, and it'll watch and watch and watch. And when I looked up the meaning of it, I understood. So it is important for me to know what's going on around me, and it's important for me to really get clear about what's happening. I remember one week here on the Central Coast, we had crows, and we have crows every day, but all of a sudden, we didn't have any. And within like the next 48 hours, we had a 6.0 earthquake. So they know what's going on long before we do. So look and see what messages you can get from the animals and the spirits around you. Okay? Okay, the next one is strength. You have courage. You can endure. Find your center and spiral into your power. And that's important to remember, that you can be aware of something that's going on. You have the strength to work on it, to make sure that it comes out in a way that works for you. Have courage. Start showing up in your life. And you can do it in an elegant way. This next card is elegance, and it says, it is found in the beauty of nature, the lotus waiting to bloom. Be the swan on the water and glide. Now you remember, when you see swans, they just look so serene and so beautiful and elegant, with their heads held high and their feathers all spread out. But underneath, their little feet are going faster and faster and faster because that's what gets them through the water. And so it's saying, no matter what's going on around you, take care of yourself. Take care and be aware, okay? Be aware of what's going to get you to that next level. All right, journey. Focus on how far you have come and not how far you have to go. You will find help in unexpected places. Journey. Okay? So start to really look at, this is a unicorn here on this card, and it says focus on where you're going. Oftentimes we look at where we've been and we lament over it, and we ask ourselves, oh, how could I have done it better? What could I have done differently? How could I have changed things? Well, here's the deal. It's already happened. Cannot go back and rewrite history. Once the bell is hit, it's ringing. You have to get to a place in your life where you can accept what's happened and choose differently or choose more of the same. And you have a choice of how you respond to a situation. Remember, fear and love. Are we responding out of love, or are we reacting out of fear? If we're reacting, we're being aggressive. We're being, bull in a china shop, and we're pushing forward. And that doesn't get us anywhere, okay? Oftentimes it causes more problems. So take a moment, step back from making a decision right now. And this also says, ask for help from others. Ask for help from others and see what starts to show up in your life. When we ask others to reach out and help us with something, no matter what it is, if you have a small business and you have a team, ask them to do some of the things that you really find to be troubling, or you're not sure of how to do it effectively. You might be surprised what their response is, because this also is saying take action, and take action right now. You have this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful energy of the new moon. And the new moon energy started around last Thursday, Friday. People started to feel it. Who were sensitive probably felt it a week prior to yesterday when we had the new moon. In some places, depending where you are on the earth, it might be today. But we've had this energy going on for a while, and we'll have it going on through most of this week. This is a great week to set your intentions, to go ahead, start looking at ways to take action. Journal it. If you're a new business or a young business, or you just threw everything out and said, I'm starting over, write down what your goal is, and then reverse engineer it. And then start to go back and take baby steps. Remember, I talked to you about taking baby steps. Take a step every day in your business, and by the end, if you start today, within a year, you will have taken 365 new steps. And even if you leave out the weekends, it's over 300 new steps that you've taken. So look at it that way, okay? And start to really look at how can you, or 250 steps you've taken. Please don't start doing math and correcting me. I'm trying to help y'all out. But go ahead and take some action. And go ahead and love yourself enough. The next card is romance, but it can also be about loving yourself. And in this reading, that's how I'm taking it. It's about loving yourself and loving your life and loving the people around you, and loving them to the extent that you say, you know what? You messed up. I love you. I care for you. and I'm going to forgive this and move on. Now, whether they do or not is another conversation, but for yourself, for your benefit, for the sake of your own life, and for the beauty that is waiting to embrace you and the blessings that are waiting to come into your life. Let go of the revenge. Let go of the anger. Let go of the hurt. Let go of the trauma. I am not saying it's easy. I am not saying it's easy. And letting go doesn't mean ignoring. Letting go means I'm putting this down. I'm going to let the universe handle it. I'm surrendering it. I'm releasing it from my energetic body. And there are other ways you can do it by cutting cords. And I've talked to you about how to cut cords on this channel. In fact, maybe I'll put that up on my website so that people can really get clear about how to cut cords. Because it is something that is important. And I'll put all of the instructions there. Give me a couple of days to get it up. But the one way you can do it is imagine Archangel Michael, who is the protector, standing in front of you with his big sword. And imagine you have now the sword. You can ask Archangel Michael, may I borrow the sword to cut the cords up from around me? Please protect me as I do so. And then just imagine yourself as a gingerbread man or woman and start to trace your body with the sword all the way down your legs, up through the middle, all the way around, come up your back, then do the front, and feel the release of the energy. You can even use sage or incense doing it. Just be very careful you don't burn yourself. And start to just let this stuff go. For your own health, for your own well-being, it is important that you let it go. That doesn't mean that you're excusing the behavior. That doesn't mean you ignore the behavior. That doesn't mean that you allow them back in your life. What it can mean is, if you choose to let them back in your life, that you have healthier boundaries. And that you make sure that you don't allow for anyone to remove your boundaries. Stay empowered, stay in love, stay in good health, and don't forget, not sure which angel to call on when you need support, say, angels, get the flock in here. Go from that and go today. Stay healthy, stay safe, and come on back for another reading from Wisdom from the Angels. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up. Thank you.